Check this.
G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today Snaptain sent me this SP600 4-axis quadcopter. This is one of their latest quadcopters in their lineup that is for sale on Amazon, guys. So as you can see, the SP600 is a camera toy grade quadcopter. It's very much like a X5C, sort of like a mini DJI Phantom styled quadcopter. And has a whole bunch of list of features here, including voice control, gestures for video and photos, trajectory flight. We have the 720p camera on board, altitude hold, 1 key return, 1 key takeoff and landing, headless mode, 360 flips, and of course emergency stop. So I'm going to open this up, guys. We'll have a quick look and I'll do a quick overview on what we get in the box, and then I'll follow that up with a test flight. Okay guys, here's some of the contents of the box. First off is the transmitter. It's a matte black finish plastic. It's a really nice actual little controller. It's got a nice feel to it. It's almost like a rubberized sort of feel to it. I like how it's all labeled. I really like when toy grade quads or any other quad, brushless, are labeled so you can easily identify what the buttons are without referring to the user manual. So as you can see, we've got the camera mode button there. So to take photos, you'd have to quickly press it. To take videos, you'll have to hold it down for a couple of seconds to initiate the recording. We have the takeoff and landing button with those 2 arrows there. On the right hand side of that, we have the 1 key return button. And on the bottom there, we have the little compass, which is the headless mode button. We've got the power button in the middle with the LED light above it, Snaptain logo on the bottom. We've got the trimmers on the other side here, forward, back, left and right trim. And on the top here we have the speed rate button. I believe this one has 3 speed rates, so that's pretty cool. And we've got the 3D flip button, so you press that one and then you flip it in any direction that you want. Okay guys, now this transmitter takes 4 AA batteries on the back, and you've got a little tab here which comes off. It's a blank little plate, and then all you do, you can clip in your phone holder like that in its place and put your phone holder in there and whack your phone in there for FPV. Here we have the 2 landing gear, guys, that attaches to the bottom of the SP600. And you can see there's a couple of holes there to screw them into the body shell. We also have a full set of prop guards. I recommend maybe beginners of flying quadcopters in general to put these on just to save your propellers in an event of a crash. I won't be using them because I find that they, especially outside, they act like wind sails, okay? So that's just my preference, but if you're new to the hobby, new to flying quadcopters, and you want to save damage to your propellers in an event of a crash, maybe quickly fit these on. In this little bag here, we have a full set of spare propellers, a screwdriver, and also some screws for the landing gear. So here's the user manual, guys, for the SP600. Nice little book. I'd just like to quickly make mention here. Here's the page here, where it says here about the charging, okay, of the actual batteries to this quadcopter. Now, this has been a bit of a misinformation in this booklet. It says here, as you can clearly see, when it's charging, the LED light is supposed to be off. And when it's fully charged, the red LED light is supposed to illuminate. Now, on this USB charger, I just charge one of the batteries up to it. I've still got one charging. You get 2 batteries with this quadcopter. It's actually the opposite. So when you are charging, guys, the LED light is on. When it stops charging, the LED light, and when the battery is full, the LED light on this little USB charger will turn off, okay? So disregard what they have put in this booklet. It's actually the opposite way around. So fully charged, the LED light will turn off. When it's charging, the red LED light should be on. So they should have put those two little descriptions there the other way around. So I just thought I'll let you know, guys, if you do buy this drone, don't be confused about this misinformation here. Okay, so other than that, this booklet goes through pretty much everything you need to know, guys. Shows you a bit of the app, the QR codes for Android, iOS, all the standard stuff that you need to know, LED description, you know, and some of the specs here. So let's have a look at the specs. The flight time is 15 minutes out of the 1600 milliamp hour batteries. We've got a 720p camera, video resolution 720p. It does it in MP4 format. Now saying the maximum flight is 100 meters of range. So there you go, 8 620 cordless motors, and we've got FPV range of 50 meters and control range of 80 meters. So keep that in mind, guys. The FPV range is limited to around 50 meters. I'll check that in the flight review. And the control range is 80 meters. So this is a pretty much like a park flyer or sports field flyer, but it's not a long range distance flyer. So just keep that in note, guys. 80 meter range. Keep it in relatively close and have fun with it. All right, so that covers the booklet. Now let's have a quick look at the drone. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the battery here. As I just mentioned in the booklet just now, we're expecting to get around 15 minutes flight time for each battery. You get two in this package. 1600 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt LiPos. Now, as you can see, they've clearly marked it as a lithium ion battery. It is a LiPo, guys, inside, as you can clearly see through those little vent holes. That is a one cell LiPo. Okay, it's got the proprietary modular design, like a lot of these quadcopters these days. They don't usually have common batteries, you know, like back in the day, where you could just, you know, swap batteries and so forth. But you got your pins there, and on this side is where the little micro USB to USB cable will go to charge up the battery. Okay, guys, so before I go and fly this thing, here is the Snaptain SP600, smart looking DJI Phantom 4 looking toy grade quadcopter. It's also around the X5C SEMA size, as you can see. It's got a nice little satin to matte black finish, just like the controller here. And as you can see, we've got the 720p wide angle lens, which is adjustable by just pointing it down manually, just like that. Okay, I've just quickly attached the landing gear on. I haven't put the screws in just yet, just to show you what it looks like once it's assembled. That's basically all you have to do, is put this landing gear on. Got the brushed motors, of course, which I just covered in the user manual. LED light pods on the bottom of each arm, and the battery just slides into the back here. Okay, I noticed there's two little plugs here. Let me just turn this around. You've got one for the camera, which is a 4-pin, and there's also another vacant one, which is a 5-pin plug. So that's rather interesting. Makes me wonder what that is for. Maybe they're going to upgrade something in the future. Who knows? But on this side, other side, we've got the power button. So let me just turn it on quickly. It's a quick press there. And we've got bright LED lights all around. We've got the green at the back. And we've got bright red at the front. So anyway, guys, that pretty much sums up the overview and unboxing of this Snaptain SP600. I'll download the app now, and we'll take for a test flight out of the field.
G'day guys, welcome back. Well, this is a separate day from my unboxing, but I'm here with the Snaptain SP600, and this is going to be my maiden flight test, guys. But I just want to make mention of some of the issues that I'm having with the Snaptain Era app of this one. Now, I downloaded it off the Play Store to my phone here. This is a 5G Wi-Fi compatible phone. It also does 2.4G Wi-Fi, which this one runs off. But every time I try to get into the Snaptain Era app, it actually kicks me out. I might show a bit of a screenshot or a picture in the corner of the screen so you know what I'm talking about. It comes up with a message, unfortunately, Snaptain Era isn't working. Now I've tried it on not only this device but 3 different phones, and the same thing happens. It just boots me straight out of the app and then goes to the home screen on the phone, which I'm not too sure why, because in the user manual it states that the Snaptain Era app is compatible with Android versions 4.4 and above. Now this phone here, I haven't had it that long, probably about 9 months, and it runs on 5.1.1 Android, so it is above the specifications that the app should work with. And the same goes for 2 other phones that I've tried it on too. So anyway guys, unfortunately because of that, because of the app issues, I'm not going to be able to show you the footage from this 720p camera, which is a bit of a bummer really, because I really did want to see what the camera is like on this one, and you can use the functions on the app as well. So anyway, unfortunately I can't do that, so it's just going to be a straight flight test with the controller, and that's pretty much it. Okay, because this Wi-Fi camera does not have an SD card slot and it relies on the Wi-Fi, I'm not going to be able to show you footage. If it did have an SD card slot, I could have easily used that photo and video button and it wouldn't have really mattered whether the app worked or not. But anyway guys, let's get to it, and I'll just go for a basic flight, see how this SP600 does fly, and give you my thoughts on it as we fly it. So let's turn it on. Got all the lights flashing. There is a little bit of wind picking up and down to bind, just like many other toy grades. Now to calibrate the gyros, as you can see I'm on a flat surface here on the helipad, 2 sticks down and to the right. Alright guys, well this ain't going to be a long flight. I believe this battery is supposed to give us about 15 minutes flight, so I've just armed it, 2 sticks down and out, and that was the auto takeoff button that I just pressed. So I'm in rate 1, and I can see that there is not much pitch and roll. It's very docile. Now it's going forward a bit, so let me just try to trim that up. There we go. Try to get it to hover nicely there. There we go. A little bit of a trim there. That's the wind taking it. So let's see the yaw in rate 1. Okay, that's the yaw. Let's kick it up a notch. Rate 2. So this is basically like a little miniature X5C size Phantom. They've made it look like a Phantom 4. So that's quite a bit better. We've got more pitch and roll there. It is flying super nicely actually. It's pretty smooth. Pitching forward. Okay. Let me just take it up a bit. Now guys, with these Snaptain drones, or quadcopters I should say, you want to keep them in fairly close proximity, okay? That goes for all the models, because they don't have a great amount of range. They're basically a backyard flyer for beginners, or just a park flyer like this, in close proximity. Now, the range specs on this one, the wind's picking up a little bit here, so I might bump it into rate 3. As I was saying, the control distance range on this one is 80 meters, guys, okay? Only 80 meters, so as you can see, that's the wind really picking up now. We've got in rate 3. So yeah, just keep it nice and close. So that's the funnels in rate 3. Let's try some flips. There we go. Front flip. So it's pretty good, this one actually. I'll bring it down closer. this one will actually kick up a notch. So it'll punch up a little bit, as you can see, and then do the flip. Let's try the rolls. Barrel roll left, barrel roll right. But yeah, not a bad flyer actually. Pretty responsive on the sticks here. So that's full pitch forward. Just take it up a bit. It's a shame I can't show you the video, guys. I'm pretty bummed out why, and also confused actually, why the Snaptain Era app will not work with any of my devices. I just downloaded it off Google Play, and I've never experienced any problems with any apps before on any of my devices. So the only times I really had problems was when I had a 2.4G phone trying to use it, obviously with a 5G Wi-Fi app, and you can't use it because the phone wasn't a 5G phone. But that's the only time I've never had an app working. But now, with my 5G phone that I've got in my pocket, being 5.1 Android, when they say that the Snaptain Era app is 4.4 version and above is the requirement, it should work, but it just doesn't. Simply doesn't work. But anyway, it's going to be a flight test, guys, and so far so good. Now let me what I might as well do is just show you some of the features. Like, let me try auto land, see if I can auto land. It is windy, but let's see if I can auto land back on the helipad. Or close to it. Press that auto land button, and now it's doing it. I can control it. Can I control it? Oh, come on. There you go. So that does work perfectly. Can we just take off again? That started the motor, and then it takes off. Alright. So that's pretty cool. You don't even have to do the 2 sticks down and out to arm the motor first. You can just press that, and it will initiate an idle, then it will take off. Alright, so since I took off, let me try we'll take it out a little bit. Let's try that 1 key return. So I've got it straight out of the heading I took off. 1 key return's coming back. There you go. Coming back by itself. Get out of that. Try that one more time. Send it out. Okay. Press that button. And because the wind's pushing it, it's yeah, the wind's pushing it, so it went in that direction. I've got the wind going this way. Alright, let's try headless then. Headless is this bottom key. So yeah, I'm going forward. I've got the quadcopter facing that way, the heading. Forward, back, left, right. I'll yaw as I do that, okay? So forward, back, left, you can see yaw, and right. Okay, so there we go. Let me just bring it down and back so I can see the orientation. And the lights flash too when you got it in headless mode. I don't know if you can see that. I've still got it in headless mode. Green lights are flashing on the back. So let me take it out of that, and I've got the normal orientation again. So yeah, 1 key return works reasonably well, especially if there's no wind. It would come straight back, and the headless mode works. So I can do flips on the go. Let me bring it back. So I'll pitch forward, and you can do them on the go. That's pretty neat. So yeah, I mean, my first impressions, this is my first flight, maiden flight test. Does seem to fly pretty reasonable actually. Not a bad flyer at all. I'm just a little bit disappointed that I can't have a look at the video quality. I believe this one has a 720p camera, so that's what you're going to expect is 720p video. And I'm just, you know, I'm guessing here, but it's not really much of a guess, but because I can't show it to you obviously, but being only Wi-Fi only with no SD card, you are going to get choppiness in the video as you go further out away from yourself. So yeah, I'm just flying around mainly in third rate, guys, because I've got a bit of wind here. But all in all, still power for flips, that's pretty good. Can I do more flips? No, now I can't do any more flips, so it's probably coming close to its flight time then. Yeah, maybe. Have we got LVC? No LVC just yet. So that's the yaw, rate 3, rate 2, and rate 1. Looks like the yaw doesn't change at all. So this is rate 1. As you can see, very docile. It's got hardly any pitch at all. Starting to calm down now, but in a breeze you don't really want to be flying rate 1. This is rate 2. A little bit better, a bit more maneuverable, and rate 3, which is the highest rate. Okay guys, well that's pretty much it. I can't really show you anything else. You know, this is supposed to have a 15-minute flight time, and yeah, that's basically it. So not a bad flyer. Flies very good actually. I'm just trying some flips and it won't do it. Alright, so I'm going to just land it. And she tipped over. Okay guys, well that'll be the end of my flight test on the SP600 from Snaptain. Thanks Snaptain for sending this one through. Looks like I caught an insect or something, chopped something up. But not a bad fly guys if you're looking for a beginner quadcopter that looks a little bit like a Phantom Mini. Okay, as you can see it does fly rather well. It's just unfortunately I couldn't get the app to work. So anyway guys, the link is in the description. I do not know what price this goes for, but if you want to check it out yourself, check that link in the description that I'll leave there, and you can see how much this one goes for. Maybe being on Amazon they've got a coupon or something to clip off 20-30 bucks or whatever. They usually do that, so go and have a look at that guys. And yeah, like I said, just keep this in close proximity guys. It's only got a range of about 80 meters, so as you can see I didn't fly it that far, maybe 40-50 meters at the most during this flight. And yeah, in most cases the app I guess would work for most people. It just didn't work for me, so unfortunately, like I said before, I wasn't able to show you the 720p footage unfortunately. So anyway guys, thanks for watching once again. I'll catch you on the next video. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe, and to the rest of you guys that tune in, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, have a great weekend, and thanks once again to Snaptain for sending the SP600 for testing. Alright guys, bye for now. Catch you all later.